Well, welcome everyone to Dry Body Brushing 104, fourth lesson in Brush, Stretch, and Breathe. We have so much to learn in this series, you guys. I'm super excited about it. Getting lots of great responses, getting lots of questions. And the questions really help me decide what we're going to talk about next or what I need to add to the program. So two things. One of my clients suggested that I talk about the lymphatic system and how dry body brushing affects it and why we need to have our lymphatic system moving. Because this is the conversation we had. She goes, well, I told my kids about it. I'm like, yeah. And she goes, but they go, well, why? They kept going, why? And she goes, I couldn't answer them. So next week's video will be all about your lymphatic system and stimulating it with dry body brushing. I've got to do a little bit more research. I mean, I feel like I know it all, but I just want to make sure I got it all down good. Second conversation I had with one of my clients this week. She had come in to get a massage. And she's the girl that calls me when, you know, her shoulder hurts so bad she can't work. And I'm like, okay, so come on in. So we're talking about self-care, and she's like, all of us, you know, works a lot, doesn't have the best self-care routines, thinks about it, doesn't kind of end up doing it, gets really tired, goes to bed, you know, the things. Like, we've got big lives, and it's very hard for some of us to kind of plug in that self-care that just helps us feel better, like, all day long. So I said to her, I said, I go, well, so we were talking about Epsom salt soaks and some things that she could do to sort of continue to care for this shoulder after she comes off my table. So I said, didn't you buy a dry body brush? Yes, I have one. Well, I said, well, where is it? Well, it's underneath the sink in my bathroom. And I started laughing, and I was like, well, maybe, I don't know, get it out. And so we started giggling a little bit, because that is what people do with my lovely brushes. Sometimes they purchase them and then they tuck them away. They tuck them away somewhere. You know, I love them all. Sort of in their bathroom or in their bedroom, and they just kind of forget about them, or they're hanging in their bathroom on a nail or on a peg or something, you know, and they're just hanging there, like, and nobody goes to get it. And probably an impulse buy. That's what I would say a lot of it is, that they're really good. Oh, I'm going to start dry body brushing because it felt so great on the table. And then it just doesn't get plugged in. So I just want to talk to you about plugging in dry body brushing in your life. Now, I am not expecting you to spend, you know, 18 minutes, 20 minutes with these brushes in the morning like I do. It is just in my morning routine. It is just there. It's what I do. I have everything laid out. Like, it's a little space in my bedroom, okay? Like, been there for a really long time. My Kindle's there. I have salt candles there that I light in the morning. It's a whole thing. And sometimes I'll spend longer than 18 or 20 minutes. Sometimes it's 40 minutes, you know? I'm stretching and I'm sort of meditating, or I'm watching a YouTube video about something I like, or, you know, there's a whole bunch of stuff. In between that time, too, I go get 2 cups of coffee. I walk in with a cup of coffee. There's a spot for my coffee there in the bedroom, and I lay down on the yoga mat and I start brushing. I get up, I have a little sip of coffee, and it's a whole thing, okay? It is a thing. So I said to her, I'm like, so, well, are you working out? Are you going, because the gyms are open again. I said, you going back to the gym? And she goes, no, I walk every day. And I said, oh. I said, that's fantastic. And I said, well, don't you have your walking clothes, your tennis shoes, you know, in the spot? Yes, I do. I said, well, just put your brush there. Like, because she rolls out of bed and puts her walking clothes on and then heads out. So I said, what you got to do is you got to roll out of bed, get your jammies off, brush for 5 minutes, brush for 5 minutes, brush for 5 minutes. I'm like, it doesn't have to be this big thing, y'all. Like, just get some brushing in before you put your clothes on to go out and walk in the morning. But the brush has to be right next to your tennis shoes, because we humans once our routine gets plugged in, it is really hard to change it. And people's morning routines are really difficult to plug something else in. I mean, you have to literally like crank everything to kind of change morning routines, because they are absolutely just inundated in our heads. So my advice this week in Brushing 104 is to, if you own that dry body brush that you purchased from me or from somebody else and you thought you were going to do it, go find it and get it out. Get it out. Decide, are you going to brush before you go to bed? Are you going to brush before you start your morning routine? Are you going to brush when you walk into the shower? Before you get in the shower, you're going to spend 3 to 4 minutes in the bathroom by yourself with your brush, naked, before you get in the shower. Now, in a perfect world, you really always want to do it before you work out, but sometimes I know that can't happen. But if you are a person that goes to the gym after work, put it in your gym bag and brush your skin before you get dressed to work out. And make sure you do your armpits when you're doing that, because you really want armpits open and working while you're working out. That is how we eliminate things, through our armpits and all that lymph that's under there. Okay, we gotta get these brushes in our lives where we're at. Okay, if you have a really nice evening routine where the lights come down, all the screens go off, and the sort of the ocean sounds or jazz music, or like soft music goes on, and you bring all the lights down in your bedroom, and you can do it before you put your jammies on. If you kind of have that routine, maybe after you wash your face and brush your teeth, it's just 5 more minutes of brushing before you go to bed. It will change your life. This little brush right here, this set of brushes, remember, with shipping, it's $47. If you pick them up, it's $41, okay? Change your life. If you feel intimidated by these 3, oh, that's way too many things, then you're gonna call me and we're gonna decide which brush you should get. Now, I'm gonna say most of the time you're gonna get this medium brush, just because it's got the handle on it, and this one is a little bit, you gotta work up to it. It's a routine, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you, if you can place this in your life, it will change your life. I know. All right, I'm having so much fun on this channel, you guys. I hope you're enjoying the content. I would love it if you would subscribe for me. Hit that notification and that like button for me. That really helps me out. And please let me know if you have any questions. I would love to communicate with you. And I am signing off on YouTube Thursday here at the Book of Jane. I will see you next Thursday. Have a great week.